What's up, guys? Gigi Ghoul here. I'm currently melting out here in the sun, hanging out with the birds. Pretty sure there's a robin nest in that tree because there's a mom and a dad over here chirping, and when they would chirp, you'd hear a little chirp back, so that's fun. So I'm at the hospital, killing time, waiting for someone to get out of a appointment, procedure, you know, without knowing. I don't like to get too in-depth in my life, but so I figured I'd come out here and get some sun because it's a beautiful day and hospitals are freezing, and no thank you. When I work at the post office, I wear my mask the whole time. Like, I've been clerking inside in an office that's like super like short-handed, and I wear my mask the entire 8 hours I'm there. So if I can get out of not wearing my mask, then I'm gonna do it. So outside I am, and again, getting some sun and melting. I'm gonna be burnt. I'm gonna be burnt up. Anyways, the point of me hopping on here is because I said I was going to do an Academy video and answer some Academy questions, and I haven't done it because life has been crazy, and I feel like it's just been kind of one thing after another, you know how life kind of happens. And yeah, so let's get into a video. I did take a little bit of footage while I was at the Academy, so I'll insert that in here, just kind of talk over whatever's going on. I don't know. Here. All right, guys, so here's a case. If you've never seen one before, this is what it looks like. At the academy that I trained at, they had labels on the side of the case that showed what street names were on each, I guess, kind of like row. And then it's carousel style, so you move from left to right all the way around the case, just as I'm kind of videoing. Each office is different. The office I work at, each case is different within the office, so you just have to figure it out when you get to wherever you're going. Now, in terms of how I case mail, it's different casing mail for the rural side compared to the city side, which was kind of weird for me. You know, you get used to doing it a certain way, but so that's what I'm doing. I'm looking for the street on that row. I find the number that I'm looking for the address. And then what's really funny is my instructor, he was pretty funny in what he would say, but you would fold it like a taco and then you put in the cheese, which would be like you put the letters and whatever else, you know, corresponds with that address on your route. So there's the number, and then you just slide it in the slot. So here's nothing really noteworthy other than it was April 21st and it full-blown snowed overnight. This is outside the training academy. We were about to start the outdoor driving course with an actual LLV. And that basically sums up the footage I took at the actual academy. I'm a hot ass mess right now, dude. I'm dying. It's so hot out here, but I don't want to go back inside. So I know someone had asked me a question regarding how do I case my mail. So it depends on I guess what your craft is. Are you on the rural side? Are you on the city side? Because it is different. On the rural side, you bundle your mail like that, where you fold it like a taco, put the cheese in, and on the city side, you know, you just kind of are throwing mail in the slots and you're not folding anything, you're just throwing it in there. So everybody learns different. I feel like it doesn't take me too long to pick up on a case once I've done it a few times. I feel like by the, I don't know, probably the second or third day of casing at the academy, I pretty much had a rough idea of like where the streets were, and I had a good idea of how the numbers were running. Like if it ended on a row, like I knew where to pick it back up on another row. Like a street address, like the sequence of numbers is what I mean. So it just takes time to learn your case. I feel like that's the biggest thing, is just time and just doing it, you know? The other thing that I think was super helpful about the Academy was how the cases had the kind of like the little cheat sheet taped to the side, like the note that said what streets were on which row of the case. So I thought that that was helpful, and my instructor actually said that you might want to you know, talk to your supervisor when you get back to your station and ask if that's something that you can do, like when you're working a case, because you're new, like you don't know. So the regular is not going to have stuff like that on their case. It's going to be someone new who's not familiar with the case who's going to want to implement something like that. And I mean, for me, I feel like it was really helpful. It's much easier to read than trying to read street names like printed on the case, because a lot of times, like, there's a lot of stuff written on those papers in the case, and it's just like the labels. I mean, there's a lot of stuff written on the labels, like forwards, and then there's just a lot of editing on those, and those little keys on the side were very helpful. So unfortunately, that's my tip on how to case faster. Just do it. You got to do it enough times to get familiar with the case, and then possibly see if you can have like a little cheat sheet on the side of each case, like each row. And then what I was saying about how the case will run, on the city side it was carousel, the office that I worked at, where it goes left to right, but I want to say it went from the bottom up. Now on the rural side it's carousel, and as I said in the video, it kind of depends on what office you're at, and then some offices it depends on what case you're at, like what route. That's how it is in my office. The route that I'm supposed to be doing, each case is different, like for this route. So one case goes up, the other case goes down, the next case goes up, and then the other case goes down. So I don't know how many like carriers out there are setting their case up that way. I don't really prefer that, but I guess when you have 4 cases, it's probably easier to break it up like that than to do, you know, carousel all the way around with 4 cases. That's kind of a lot. So that would be my guess on why that carrier's case is set up that way, because other than that, I don't know why you would want your case set up like that. So that's my guess. So then the outdoor course, how that worked was he had us go one person at a time, and then, you know, set up little obstacles like on the course that you might encounter. Like you might encounter a parked car, like parked in or near a mailbox that you have to deliver to, and he went over how you handle that situation. But it was pretty straightforward. I mean, it was definitely different going through the Academy, having already been through it once before. And I feel like it kind of had its own advantages, because when you're going through it brand new, there's a lot of stuff that's thrown at you that is like foreign. You don't know, you've never heard of it. It's like, what are they talking about? What does it mean? But when you go through it, when you've actually already done the work, it makes so much more sense. And I don't know, it just makes it so much easier to comprehend. Yeah, I don't know. The Academy is helpful. You do a little walking course inside where you deliver mail with a satchel, and then you do like a simulated driving course inside, but you're really just walking, and that's helpful. And like, you know, you get taught about cluster boxes and arrow keys and how all of that works. And I don't know, there's some timekeeping stuff on the rural side that I don't really have to worry about as an ARC because I'm paid hourly. But I'm not even going to get into all that, because to me it's like kind of confusing, because it is foreign to me. Like on the city side I was paid hourly, so I never had to to deal with that, but there's stuff where it's like routes are rated, and I don't even know. If you have questions about that stuff, I can't help you there because that's that's not my arrangement. I'm paid hourly. Okay, so I got the call that I can go back inside, so I'm gonna go do that. I guess that's it for this video. I don't know if it was very informative or helpful at all. I mean, hopefully it kind of was somewhat helpful. You know, I just don't really know what to say. So I get on here and I'm like, yeah, I think that should do it. It either works for you or it doesn't. I don't know. So anyways, guys, I hope you're enjoying this spring summer weather that we're having, at least here in Michigan. I know other states also, and if you're not there yet, weather-wise, hopefully soon, because it's pretty amazing. I'm loving this. So yeah, happy Tuesday. Hope you guys have a great rest of the week, and stay tuned for more videos. Bye, thanks for watching. See you later, birdies.